How's everybody doing this Monday evening? Welcome back to Roll Propelled Gamers. We're back with Sawyer 7, episode 12 already, believe it or not. Last week. Heck yes. I assume you're giving advantage to yourself there, sir?
Yeah, of course.
Last week, you all made the trek to... I cannot think of names. Sadoba, the wrecked city of Sadoba, from Lielsne, and had a brief jaunt with using Pass Without a Trace to get past several Pax of Vectus creatures that were in the city, before coming face to face with Vecna himself and having another confrontation with the right-hand warlock of Vecna now, Eleanor, Alvin's sister. And after a brief confrontation, she managed to run off. Reinforcements were called using the Book of Secrets, and a copper dragon appeared, playing a little bit of a prank on you all before he turned back into his more noticeable form of Grak, the goblin. And he teleported you all back to a little scene at night. It is about 10 p.m. by the time you get back, as Royce can tell you. And nothing seems to have changed here currently. With that, what would you all like to do?
Sleep.
Yeah, just head back into the house and start getting ready for bed.
I think I'll set my Drake to kind of guard us and some rest.
Okay. So I guess everybody has advantage on their next two rolls? How's that gonna work out?
Well, damn.
Holy shit.
Dodged him.
Much appreciated for the 10 gifted subs from our own Bryn. Thank you very much.
And a level 4
The
hype train.
hype train.
Yes.
The hype train was going.
Oh, man. Is 20 divisible by 6? Somebody tell me it is.
No.
Dang it.
It's 3 1/3. I think.
We'll just say everybody gets advantage on their next 3 rolls then for the 6 of you guys. And we'll give the extra one to our new player when he comes in a little bit later this evening. So you guys going to take a long rest inside Alvin's home that you all have fixed up the previous day. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. That is certainly doable.
I have a...
Oh,
sorry.
No, go.
I was going to say, I have a thing I'd like to do when I think everybody else is asleep.
Okay. Before you all go to bed, Grak is going to ask you guys if you need him to stick around.
I think the answer is yes.
Because I do got other things to get to and things, but if you need a little bit more help, I can stick around for a little bit.
Well, you mentioned earlier that you didn't want to go to Valerian.
That's correct.
If you wouldn't mind sticking around just for, like, overnight, just making sure nobody fucks with us or fucks with the town, that'd be helpful.
Yeah, that I can do. Alrighty.
Yeah.
So before you do that, is anybody going to pray to their god this evening?
I will do my normal ritual thing. Circle, candles, all that stuff.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, I think I'm too preoccupied thinking about Eleanor right now.
Okay. 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 So with that, you all can click your long rest buttons. Alvin, what would you like to do?
Yeah, so maybe like an hour or two into the night when I think everybody else is asleep, except Bryn, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just light a candle and just as quietly as I can, just kind of sneak downstairs into the workshop area, the forge, and I'm gonna take my father's hammer and his holy symbol that I've been carrying with me since that very first ruin in Alz,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna hang them up in the workshop. There's like there are like pegs on the wall, and I'm just gonna hang those up in the place where those two things always went. Like as far back as I could remember, they've always hung in the same spot, and I'm just gonna put them back in their proper spot, and then I'm just gonna sit on the floor and look at them for a while.
All right.
And then after a little while, I'll just take the candle and go back up to bed and hope Bryn doesn't notice.
Make a stealth check.
5.
You hear him get up and go downstairs, but come back up a little while later. But you have no idea what for. Bryn?
I think by now I'll have like let people do their own thing. Like they all know that I don't sleep, but I'm not gonna like invade in their privacy.
Yeah.
So is Grat gonna stay with us, DM?
Yeah, Grank is currently sitting down at the kitchen table, kind of like half dozed off, not really paying attention.
Can I join him?
Yeah. Point of clarification, Royce. You said your Drake is going to be out guarding, like outside the house.
Like on the roof.
I need him to make a perception check, please. With disadvantage because I do not believe he has dark vision.
Well, can Diablo be with him? With the
He
Drake?
does have dark vision.
He does have dark vision. Okay, so never mind.
Yes, he does.
So never mind. Okay.
Sorry, I'm having to pull up the new rule set for him.
Yeah, Diablo can be up on the roof too if you want him to be. You can make a perception check.
I
as
would.
well.
Or can I just give the Drake advantage?
Yeah, you can give the Drake advantage with the Raven being up there.
Sorry, I had to turn the heat up. It was at 60.
That's how cold it was here when I woke up in the house this morning.
14.
With advantage?
That was with advantage, yep.
Okay. Everything seems nice and quiet.
So, Crack,
Yeah.
I got these guns.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to use them.
Okay.
But I'd like to be better at them. So DM, what I would like to know if Greg can help me get what I add to my roll higher.
Because you do not have proficiency with them currently, do you?
I do, because I earned it from
Okay.
studying. Oh, that's the other campaign, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the other campaign.
So sorry. Scratch everything I just said.
Yeah, you gave yourself proficiency with them on your character sheet, though, for some reason. I think you were testing stuff. That might be why.
No, or she was just hoping you wouldn't notice.
But I did. Nat 20 on that perception roll.
I thought I said I studied with my guns too in this one. I didn't?
You did.
You started to. You guys have definitely not had 30 hours of downtime for you to do it. Yet.
We could take 30 hours of downtime if you want.
We definitely need more cooldown time.
We definitely need more cooldown time. This is too fast paced.
We're not doing this. Take your point and fuck off.
Remember, though, your actions are going to have some consequences for us, Lucy.
Take a point. Oh, God, this is never going to get old, man.
Nope.
Never
I
gonna-
apologize to EXO for all the inside jokes.
Oh, he's aware.
Better in than out.
Take a point.
Or better out than in.
Yeah, I thought it was better out than in.
That was funnier, though. I mean, yeah, I can, like, help you get started training on them. Like, I helped build, like, the first ones and stuff, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue.
What do you know about Eon?
Other than the fact that he has become extremely proficient in something that I helped design 30-odd years ago, not much.
He seemed to know about you, but I guess that comes with the territory.
I would imagine it does.
So what kind of help can you give me?
I mean, I can start to train you on them. I mean, not now, we'll wake everybody up, but
What time is it?
it's probably close to, like, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning by now.
There's nothing like some early morning fireworks to get the day started.
Yeah, but we'll wake up all your buddies.
Are you sure we can't go outside and test a few?
Probably not the best idea. Yeah, when it gets light outside, we'll go.
I can leave it there with him for now.
I will wake up before dawn and start exercising and working out.
Okay. Downstairs in the common area outside the house.
Outside.
Okay.
You're not hiding that smirk very well. Scaring me.
What was that?
Can I have everybody except for Syraxis mute out so they can't hear, please?
I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
I can do it for
Down at the bottom, this says Mike mute and deafen.
I got
Yeah,
it.
that's to make it.
Yeah, there it goes. And then server deafen. Okay. As you are outside and working out, I need you to make a perception check, please.
$18.
Okay. You hear what sounds like this weird, like, cloud of dust being kicked off, like, kind of around you. You see these two figures in familiar robes to you. You've interacted with somebody wearing these robes before within the past couple days. They're the robes of the sect Argusus.
As soon as the smoke starts to hit and whatnot, I position myself and brace myself with weapon and shield. Until I see the robes, I relax a little.
You see one of them walk towards you, pulls his hood down, and it is very, very elven-like features, but you quickly realize with your high passive perception that this is actually an automaton. This is a metal figure that's been created. Do you really wish to engage in combat with us? That seems illogical.
I thought I was being ambushed by who and his cohorts.
We are not aware of who you speak. We only had news of illegal magical activity within these areas.
You haven't heard of the whole thing about Vecna?
Vecna scans his eyes. Luckily, you don't think he's activated his magical superpowers because it is not a human speaking its name. Hand of Vecna was located within vaults, stolen, unknown, lich, powerful lich, former god, age of heroes. That one?
Yeah, he's back.
That is highly, highly illogical. Highly, highly illogical.
You can scan my memories if you want. My friends inside can attest to it.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Who, me?
Yes. One of the other ones steps forward. It's the fact that when you said you could read your mind, your mind.
12 total.
That is a failure, so she is able to read your mind. No, he is speaking the truth. This is troubling indeed.
You can also look through my memories too and see everything that I've seen.
Just done that.
Well, now you know everything I know.
We do.
And, he puts his shield back on his back and his mace down on the side. Relaxes.
Still, we need to make note of why illegal magical activities happened here. It is prime directive.
Well, you just see my memories. You saw the fight not long ago.
She tilts her head to the side again. And Sadoba too.
So how can I help you?
We have gathered all information we're required to gather. Please proceed with your day. blink away.
Good day.
Okay.
So I stand there, scratch my head, walk around you like pacing, like confused, but kind of like worried. I'll do that until somebody sees me or something.
Okay.
So is Bael dead?
By the time you guys get up, he's just kind of walking in a circle outside, a little confused.
What just happened? What the hell? Was
Did
that robots or something? You just hear him mumbling.
Bael, everything good?
I just had like metal people come and talk to me.
Point of clarification, only one was metal. The only one whose face you saw.
Well, I assume the other one was too.
Okay. Fair enough.
Metal people? Like my golem? But my golem can't talk.
No, these were smaller. The one read my mind, asking about magical activities.
That's weird.
They knew nothing of the big green dummy, so I told them if they don't believe me, read my mind. And they actually did. And I'm kind of weirded out.
Well, to be fair, you shouldn't offer an invitation you don't actually want.
And
Point.
in fairness, I'm sure I'd be weirded out if I read your mind anyway. Like, they might be just as weirded out as you are. Just depends on what's in your mind.
Fair enough. And then they just vanished. Smoke surrounded me, showed up, and then they vanished.
DM, is Grak here when Bael's telling us all
He's
this?
sitting at the kitchen table. His face has a look of concern on it now after this story.
Grak, do you know what he's talking about?
Yep.
Who or what are these?
Sectar Gus's.
Yeah, that was the name.
The elite guys, not the low-level investigators.
I didn't realize they were metal. My mom's one of them.
They're not all metal. And if they read his mind, I gotta get out of here because they'll know I'm here.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Right.
do you have any reinforcements you can send in your place, Crack?
Not anybody who's safe in the Empire right now.
Did I do something wrong?
No, you probably saved your own life. to be fair. So I'm not mad. Guys, I'm gonna message away in the Book of Secrets if you need anything, but if they're kicking around here, I gotta get out.
Alright, take care of yourself, Grack.
Will do. Swirl of copper and green color surround him, and he teleports out.
So what now?
Well, I think we'd better get on the road.
On the road again.
Can I look around and see if there's another wagon that we could get working fairly quickly?
Yeah. You make a perception check, investigation.
That would be a... Oh wait, do I have advantage on this because of the...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well they're both 10s. So that would be a 15 if it's perception or an 11
15.
if it's...
It takes you a little bit. To find a cart, there's like a produce cart, not like a wagon cart that could carry like 3 or 4 of you on it.
Well, if 4 people can fit in here, I can ride on my horse.
I'm sure Royce will scout ahead. You don't need to now with the Drake, I guess.
A
can't
second
know still.
person, and a second person could probably fit on the horse with me.
I do have animal handling experience.
All right, I'll take that cart if it's the best I can find,
It is at this point, yeah.
and then I'll cast Find Steed and start hitching the cart up to Estrella.
Okay. It's at this point I need everyone to make perception checks, please.
I'll have advantage.
I rolled a 12.
21.
18.
15.
19.
9.
Okay, so who had an 18 or higher?
I did. I did.
And my passive's 20.
I did.
Oh, yeah, your passive would actually cover it too. So the 4 of you hear a, like, sound, like dust kicking up, but no dust kicks up. And then you all hear an odd clanking sound. Like footsteps.
Can we tell how far off?
It sounds like it's at the street corner.
Like I
just
get
20 feet from your house.
So just like cutting off our route from the house to out of town.
Yeah, to the main dragon town.
I'll go ahead and pull out my mace and crimson, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just walk forward and see what's going on.
I'll go with them.
Okay. As it rounds the corner, it is the metal being that you saw just about an hour and a half ago. By L.
Ah, you're back already?
Indeed, directives have changed.
What's wrong?
I am 0025, Warforged of the Sec Argossus.
Alright, how can we help you now?
Information received during earlier memory scan has results from bosses for major wanted fugitive of Empire.
And who is that?
Subject known as Willem.
Willem. And I look over at Bael, and I'll just ask, do you know a Willem? I don't think I know a Willem. And I guess if I need to make a deception check.
Oh yeah.
With advantage.
Yeah, sorry, with advantage. That was cocked.
With advantage, that's a 19.
Interesting. Brain memory scan showed memories of Willem.
I'm standing there saying nothing because they read my mind, and if I lie,
So if you can read minds, you know who we are and what we're here to do.
Without further examination, we can only read surface level thoughts.
I think to myself for a moment, and then I just say, well, I've got nothing to hide. Read away.
Beyond does not want to load on my computer again. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Or if
Is
you want
this
to try
a
and
spell?
deceive, yes, it is. Or you can try and
Okay.
deceive them and let them read your mind, and then try to deceive them internally in your thoughts.
Deception already worked about as well as it was going to work, I think. So, wisdom save.
Yes.
22.
You feel him probing into your mind, and you're just able to keep him from actually getting into your head, but just barely.
I'm just waiting for him to say something.
You can see his head kind of turning like he's taking internal notes, like. And looks back at you, confused, slightly confused on this metallic, as this metallic face can look.
What's wrong?
Unable to read thoughts. Confused, Target said he had nothing to hide.
Maybe the reason you can't read my thoughts is because I don't know anything worth writing home about. I've lived in this town my entire life.
Interesting.
So, why do you want this William?
He is of interest to the Emperor and is wanted.
Well, the Emperor is of interest to us. We were just about to go see him.
Yeah, we've been trying to get an audience with him for a while now.
Interesting.
Why is that interesting?
What purpose for meeting?
Well, because of the information you learned from our Dragonborn friend earlier. You know what we're doing and what we're up against. We need his help.
We have cursory knowledge of target, nothing substantial or proof.
What about what we saw in Aston?
We've got plenty of proof. If proof is all he requires, lead the way.
Give me 1 second. Let's double check something. Okay. It is at this point you all become kind of aware as you're looking around during this quiet that there's a person on the roof above you, and there's one on the roof above the other way that have their cloaks up covering their faces. And all you can see is kind of their eyes, which is interesting. They go from these blue eyes and these brown eyes to these dark, like glowing black pits of magic.
Who are your friends?
Our team for the Sectagasis. Backup if it were required.
We want no quarrel with you. We just want an audience with the Emperor. We have information that he needs to see and hear.
Make a persuasion check.
And advantage is gone by this point.
I think you have one left of your 3.
That's a 14. I was just trying to check if I have a DM inspiration.
Would you like one?
Give me 1 second. I gotta go turn.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah, that would be helpful. My best roll was a natural 7.
I'll trade the 2.
Thank you. Nope.
I'll give you 2.
Better.
Our new friend is just sitting there enjoying the comedic relief of watching us struggle. I see it on his face.
I know, me too.
What did the roll end up being?
So, my initial roll was bad. even with advantage, and Lucy gave me 2 points to re-roll, and it was still bad. And then Bryn gave me 2 points, and I finally ended up with a 21.
Okay.
It's a long road, but we got there.
All right.
That was all gooder.
Plead your case.
So without taking up too much time on the stream, I just briefly recap the whole story of what we saw in LZ and what we saw in Aston. I show him the charcoal rubbing of the seal, the scraps of clothing from my family, any of the other physical evidence that we've gathered. I explain what happened here and what happened in Sadoba, but leaving out Willem and Grack from all of my tales. And leaving out my mother and how we made a deal with Simon.
Take a point, Max. All right, make a persuasion check with advantage.
25.
All right. All right. All right. Right. This is a perplexing situation.
If you detected a magical aura or signature coming from this place, that might have been us when we were fighting to clear it out of cultists. But you understand now why we had to do it and what's at stake here.
The Sect Augustus is aware of your statements and will take it under advisory.
And what about a meeting with the Emperor?
That is to be decided by the Major Emperor himself.
So we're free to travel to Valerin and
No.
await his word?
No.
So you'll take us to him?
Still awaiting instruction.
Do I get the sense that this is probably the best we're going to do with this automaton?
Probably. Okay. Please wait here for further instruction.
Understood. And then I'll look over at Royce and see if he has any good berries, because I'm getting a little peckish.
Fortunately, I'm all out right now, and I'm afraid to do anything in front of this thing.
That's fair. Worst comes to worst, maybe we can hunt on the road.
There he goes again with those words.
Look, it's a creature made of metal that I don't understand.
And I'm a creature made of flesh you clearly don't understand. There are better words.
We're all creatures.
That's a thing. You all are creatures.
Lucy
I
just
thought you-
hits her head against the door frame on purpose.
Royce, I think a creature is a creature, whether it was born or manufactured.
You see the two that were on the roof kind of have fucked off, for lack of a better word, but 0025 is just kind of like shut down in the street.
So do I get the sense that like he has like sent a message to the Emperor and is waiting
Yeah.
to hear back?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
that's the general insight you can glean.
Okay.
I motion for Bryn to come back inside with me.
I'll grab her hand and follow.
You should probably send a message to Willem now. Yeah?
Well,
Let him
What
know
if-
about these new predicaments?
what if he can the robot can still see what we're doing? Are we like away from everybody now? Like we're not near the robot or anything?
Yeah, the robot's in the street outside, so if you guys are inside, he can't see you. As far as you are aware.
What do you think I should say, Lucy? I feel like we shouldn't be too direct.
No, but I definitely feel we also owe him some kind of heads up.
I'll send him a message. Even if I'm writing in my book, they still can't see what I'm writing, correct?
That's correct, because the ink vanishes as soon as it writes down.
Willem, we thank you for all your help. Maybe not, no, scratch that. Can I scratch it out in the book?
I'm imagining you guys are just brainstorming it before you actually write it down. So,
Thank him and tell him he's compromised?
okay.
Loose?
I mean, something like, I don't know, Metal Empire Goon read our memories, came for you. Sorry? We'll keep less in touch.
Sectagus' robots took over our minds. You know what that means. Deepest apologies. Hope to see you soon, though I doubt we will. Thanks for all the fish.
First off, take a point.
Thanks.
I was gonna say, if he doesn't give her a point for thanks for all the fish, I'm gonna object.
You get back in your book fairly quickly. Unfortunately, won't be my first brush of getting too close to the Empire, and certainly I assume will not be the last, especially with you all. don't be afraid to send if you do need help.
So I saw Bryn and Lucy disappear into the house,
Yes.
and the Sector Gussus didn't seem to have any reaction to that.
The two on the roof, you have no idea where they went, and 0025 seems to be shut down in the street.
Okay, no, I was just wondering when he said like, please wait, how literal that was. Like, can I walk around? Can I go in
Yeah.
the house? Can I get something to eat?
It
or
seems to
whatever?
be that you can like go into the house and things, but stay in the general vicinity.
Okay. Then I'll look over at Royce and just ask, Royce, I was wondering if I could get your help with something.
Yeah. What do you need my help with?
And I'll take him back to the workshop and show him the forges and say, like, the other day I was looking at these, I was trying to get one of them working again, but I have no idea how. I know how to use one once it's working, but I don't know how to make it work. I was thinking maybe your Drake might be able to like breathe some fire in there and help out. I have no idea. Above game, mostly I'm just asking for assistance in the investigation checks because I suck at them.
I'll give guidance.
Yeah, I mean, I could try it. I could take a look and see. But I mean, I don't know how these work.
So if we take a look together, would he have advantage?
Yes, he would.
I have advantage on investigation checks anyway, without your help.
Cool. I knew I brought you for a reason.
It's going to be a 18.
It's not too terribly complicated for someone who now has your investigative skills with everything equipped and attuned to you. That there is a place for fuel, like coal or like coke or like charcoal, to be put in and used as fuel to increase the heat by using the forge. There seems to be a little bit left in there. You could possibly have your Drake bite it or do like an infused strike to attempt to light it, but it doesn't seem like it would what is in there would last long.
Yeah, if we had some fuel or something to put in here, I could get it going for a long time, I'm pretty sure, but it won't stay lit long once I start it right now.
Okay, that's good to know. If it won't last that long, I don't really feel the need to get it going right now. I just wanted to know that we could if we need it at some point. But
Yeah,
at least it sounds like hopefully we're going to be leaving here pretty soon. So
yeah, I could start it.
good to know. And above game again, I have no idea what we'd use it for. Just in character, I think Alvin, it's important to him. He wants to be able to have that option.
Well, in above game, I think Lielsne would be a great stronghold for us at some point. Like if we have an army with us, we could have a place, to restock, repair our goods.
Yeah, definitely at some point if we can like resettle the town and have people like farming and making food and running the inn and all that stuff. Like as it is now, we have no hope of being able to defend it. Like we can't watch a whole town and keep people from invading it or whatever, but
Yeah.
Okay, so once we do that, I'll just walk back out to the robot and just wait.
I'll follow.
I'm still standing there shut down as if still waiting to receive word.
Where's the one with the dark eyes?
They were up on the roofs. You no longer see them.
As I come out of the house, I'd like to try to find them.
Yeah, can I just start like walking around town a little bit and see if I notice anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah, you can certainly try and find them.
Investigation?
Perception.
Can it be investigation?
No.
How about I go try to find him too?
Perception 21 for me.
Okay.
That's an 8 with advantage.
20 with advantage.
You find, between the three of you leaving to go, three of you find one examining the wreckage and the bodies near the fight of the second fight you all had the previous day.
Something we can help you with?
Seems to ignore your initial message, your initial chance of conversation.
Hello?
Hello. No, doing my job. Seemed like rifling through clothes, burned bodies, and things here.
What are you looking for? Maybe we can help. Maybe we know where it is.
No, you cannot help me with this job. Make an Arcana check, Rin.
Oh, wait, I still have advantage, right?
Yeah. It's a cat.
24.
Okay. You have seen a lot of different magic casted in your time. You've never seen a spell like this in terms of material components or the somatic, the hand movement components. Judging from previous information you've been told by Willem about the sect Argossus, you get this is detection and trace magic that they have been working on since the rise of the Empire.
What are they detecting? Or trying to find?
You have no idea.
But I know what they were doing.
You put two and two together, yeah.
I've never seen that spell before.
Good, it means you haven't had a run-in with our kind before.
Seems to be going so well. I'm sorry we haven't met before.
Curious. What, Alvin?
We respect what you're doing. We respect your work. We'll stop bothering you. But we have a job to do too, and we were just wondering, do you have any idea when your metallic friends will be ready to talk?
Whenever he gets another order, I imagine. Sorry, I can't be much more help than that.
Well, thanks anyway.
Can I stay behind and watch what they do?
Yeah. You certainly can.
And I think Alvin doesn't know what they're doing, but he also doesn't know what any of y'all do half the time you're casting spells. So I think it wouldn't seem that weird to me, and I'll just keep walking around town.
All right. Is there anything in the rest? How long are you gonna stay there, Bryn?
Maybe like 10 minutes.
Is there anything the rest of you all would like to do?
I'm just sitting under a shady tree pondering if I did the wrong thing.
And I think if we don't want to risk making good berries, I might see if Royce and Tomash, Bael, or Lucy, Bryn, anybody, if anybody wants to just go into the woods and see if we can hunt something for our daily meal.
Make a general intelligence check, Alvin.
Uh-oh. So that was a D10, so I failed my intelligence check IRL. Ooh, that is a dirty 20.
Even though the fields have been fallow because they haven't really been used for a couple years, there's still probably usable produce in like the fields to the north of your house.
Oh, then sure, I'll scrounge up what I can.
Since you guys ran through them yesterday.
In fairness, that was 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. Yeah, there's some like fallow like root vegetables that seem to have been repopulating themselves, like some carrots and potatoes there, and some underripe corn, but you know, beggars can't be choosers.
Sure, yeah, I'll take what I can and
Yeah.
Just sort of pop it in my backpack as I find it, and then when it feels like I have about enough for 7 people, I'll just come back to the house and start preparing.
Yeah, it's not too hard to get a couple meals worth of veggies.
First time I miss playing my druid. Holy shit. She'd just, make the whole fields grow. All of them. Because she could.
Anyhow. Are the rest of you going to be joining Alvin inside?
Yes.
I will sit under the tree.
Bryn, are you going to reply?
How do we defend ourselves? Well, I'm so. Our friend sent me another message. He said that the 00 series can't be trusted of these automatons, but he doesn't know how we can stop them. And I'm only saying this, I think, to Lucy, because she'll know. It's the only one I knew sent the message. We're like whispering it.
She'll message Bryn back. Like, well, that's not good news. I mean, right now it seems useless in the middle of the street, but that's not helping us in the long run.
We're all in the house at this point, DM, right?
Well,
I think I'll have gone to find him.
he's sitting out behind the house underneath one of the trees. It's not too hard to find him.
Why aren't you with the rest of us?
Didn't know if that went through. I said I've been cooped up inside for too long.
Well, it is a nice day. I just wish we were enjoying it under different circumstances.
Yeah. I mean, I could stay out here and keep an eye out.
If that's what you'd like to do.
It's at this point, everybody inside, as well as you two outside, hear this gears and gyros kind of starting to turn, this mechanical, medical clicking sound, which is super odd to all of you. I should note, it is not a common sound. Is your cat trying to get into your fish tank?
Just sleeping.
Oh. Looked like they were pawing at it for a second there, and I was like, oh boy. And the thing kind of, you hear this sound. He immediately looks over through, kind of past the stable house right outside where he was, kind of looks at the tree. Presence is requested together. Together, please. Thank you.
I just look around at everybody else. Shall we?
Do we really have a choice at this point?
I don't think so.
Sign of the apocalypse, the man with the bow is correct.
We should probably just see what he has to say, though.
Okay. And you all going to be inside?
Oh, I see. It just wanted us somewhere together.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we all were inside except by L, so
And
it's up
Bryn.
to.
Yeah.
Maybe we should all move outside just so we can spread out some and not be grouped up.
That makes sense.
Smart.
10 feet apart. Arm spread. Arm spread. You guys want to meet over by the tree, I guess?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Don't forget your masks.
Fair. Alright, everyone is present and accounted for. Bael, you're the only one with an insight high enough. You get the idea as he says that wasn't to you all.
I can't physically bring anything out. He just stands there and like,
As this kind of lightning bolt energy kind of strikes about 15 feet behind. And it kind of blinds you all for a second.
would it even phase me if I'm resistant?
Yeah, the light would. The actual light effect of it would, not necessarily the... What's it called? Trying to think of a word for it.
Like, it's not lightning damage, it's just really bright.
Yes. And in this enormous, like 15-foot long train, extremely dark royal blue robe, platinum and gold runes and magic words woven into this entire length of this thing, stands before you about a 5'7" tall elf with unnaturally long white hair and a white goatee. With a crown seemed to be made of some kind of previously melted material on his head. So the crown is kind of uneven shape in some places. I understand you have information for me.
DM, would I know the correct way to address the Mage Emperor?
Make an intelligence check.
6.
Can I assist him? I want to know if we're supposed to bow.
Yeah, you can assist him.
So advantage. 19.
It is customary to dip your head, but it is not like a full bow type thing. He also prefers to be addressed as the Mage Emperor, not just the Emperor. Or Mage Emperor Rainin if you want to be extra full.
What about just the term of address? Is it like Your Highness, Your Excellency, Your Grace?
Mage Emperor is what he prefers.
Just Mage Emperor.
Yes.
Okay. So
this guy has a fucking ego, let's be real.
So I'll do that and bow my head and say, Mage Emperor, how good of you to join us.
Yes, I was told you have information that is some type of importance. Given what we've discovered today.
What do you know of the Whispered One?
I know his hand was stolen quite so many years ago from our vaults. We never were able to locate the eye or his phylactery. We do have a brief synopsis of the history of him and his ascent or attempt at ascent eons ago. But other than that, you seem to have the upper hand here.
Well, he's back. He's got the eye and the hand, and his ascent is likely imminent. That's what we're trying to prevent.
Maybe you do not have the upper hand in this conversation after all. It is a lengthy and costly process. If he just came back, as we learned from mind reading your Dragonborn friend.
What do you know of the
time to prepare? Take a point, Max.
What do you know of the Blackthorns?
those inbred assholes
You got that right. That's the same ones.
over in Belarus. Over on the other continent of Belarus. Have been a pain in my ass, but they're inconsequential.
I'm afraid they're very consequential,
No.
Mage Emperor.
No.
Sorry, did you say how?
I said, oh.
And I'll, again, without wasting too much time on the stream, just recount everything we saw in Alzi, Aston, here, Sadoba, leaving out the details that could incriminate people like Grak or Willem. But
Okay.
I'll just.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Was this a spell?
Uh-huh.
24.
I need you to make an intelligence saving throw now, please.
Is this also a spell?
Yes, it is.
$23.
Alright. Rainy gets advantage on the roll. Okay, that's going to be a 30 on the competing intelligence. So you feel your mind probed, and he gets the information on Grak, Willem, and your mother and how they relate to Aston.
Do we see something? Could we tell that he was probed? I'm sorry.
Make a perception check.
That's gonna get clipped.
16.
Oh no. He was not super subtle about the hand movement if you were not busy talking to him during this.
Mage Emperor Rainin, you know what we know now. You know that we. As he laughs, they stop talking.
I think that might have been Rai laughing at the
No,
chat.
he laughed at her when she said that. You are quite clever. I can't get anything past you are, can I? Perhaps you are useful after all.
All we want is to stop his ascension.
And I have some, and you all have access to something that I want.
What is that?
That damned item crafter.
And why do you want access to him so badly?
Because once many moons ago, he was a high-ranking member of the Mages Guild before they sent to the throne of Valerian and my empire. He had no interest in conquest and hid away his goods we had helped him collect and acquire over the years. Things that would make good for my troops and commanders should war ever come to these continents between the two empires.
He is just a man of money.
I'd like to insight check him.
Go for it.
21.
That's 13. Give me a second.
Whispers.
Secrets.
This secret should be brought to you by D&D Beyond. Hopefully it will be soon.
Hopefully,
D&D
yeah.
Beyond
probably
is
will be.
excellent, you guys.
Yes, if you guys do not use D&D Beyond, I would highly recommend it. It's a great, great tool, and it's how I share all of my content books that I've spent money on. The rest of my players for these campaigns and the one-shots.
Look, Willem is just a man of money. I don't think he's going to provide your army anything without getting paid.
Oh, he is so much more than just the man you see before you.
Lucy sends a message to Royce.
Do I know if so when I was being probed,
Yeah.
did he also get the information about Simon and the deal we made with him to eventually kill his brother?
So how Detect Thoughts works is it is about you get information around the thing you are asking them. It's
Okay.
not free unless you let someone into your mind like Bile did earlier.
So he doesn't. So I have no reason to think he knows about that deal.
Correct. At least that's what your passive insight would tell you.
What about a different trade?
What do you have in mind?
Well, to save our own lives for the most part, we made a deal with Simon Blackthorn.
Yes.
He let us go. He stopped attacking certain friends of ours. But in return, we have to kill his brother, the Algulian Emperor. Eventually, not right away. And we know that the downfall of the Algulian Emperor is something that you'd be interested in as well. I think all parties here want to see that empire fall. They are servants of the Whispered One there. We destroyed their church.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
19.
He's going to insight you. You're not lying to him.
I am not.
Destabilizing an entire empire like the Algulan Empire would take a lot of work. But that is a trade that is quite interesting.
And we've already begun that work.
How about I send you on a mission against the Algulan Empire, someplace quieter at first? See if you do well there, and then we'll make a deal with God. Or you can just tell me about your friend and it's gonna all be over.
If we go to Al Ghul, what's to be done about the Lich?
I have no doubt in my mind that the mages of the sect are Garces. Especially here in the lair, will be able to track down the activity. Now that we have identified the sources of the magic, we'll be able to stamp out rituals happening here. Fight the Algulins on another front for us, and I will consider your offer.
May I talk it over with my friends first?
Absolutely.
And I'll bow again and say, then I thank you for your time, Mage Emperor.
He goes and talks with Sect Argus over here.
Lucy turns around so that the Mage Emperor can't see her, and just like the. Ah! This is why the fuck she left home, man.
All right. I want to talk this out. I also really have to pee, so I'll be right
It's a
back.
perfect time for a break, so let's take the break.
Okay.
You guys can have a little bit of time to discuss it off camera. And so by the time it comes back on camera, we can cut a little bit of that nonsense out. How about that?
Cool.
Cool. We'll see you guys back here in like 3 minutes. that was not 5 to 10, but I appreciate the hustle. Alright, what do you all think?
We save our friend, we get in with the Emperor. Maybe he'll help us out in the future. We'll gain an ally.
And if we can show some progress in Al Ghul, maybe he'll be more forthcoming in the future. But you're right, I don't want to turn our friend over.
We wouldn't be where we are without him.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
I feel William is a good man.
I don't think turning him in is the right idea. He has helped us a lot.
So we go to Al Ghul then.
Yeah, we've been talking about the Emperor for a while. Let's give it a shot.
Let's see what he wants us to do in Al Ghul, and then
Alright. Is that the decision?
I'd like to wait for Tomasz to weigh in if possible.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder if he's okay. Slightly worried now.
Has he come
Here he
back?
comes.
Oh, there he is. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, that decision's fine with me.
Great.
Alright, if you all come to a decision then.
I believe we have, Mage Emperor.
Alright.
We'll go to Al Ghul for you.
Oh, you're not going to Al Ghul for me. You're fighting the Al Ghulans for me. There's a difference.
Whereabouts?
Unfortunately, the farthest north I can teleport you would be the North Pass. Magic above there gets a little bit wonky sometimes. If that doesn't seem like an appealing option, you can always go and try and assassinate Al Ghulans in Ison, trying to get the pirates on their side. Either show of loyalty to me is perfectly acceptable.
Wonky how?
Things sometimes go sideways when you try and use magics there.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to go somewhere we can't.
That's only extremely powerful magic above a certain level. And even then, it's not always, but sometimes it's really extremely hard.
What's the certain level we're talking about? Like on a scale of
Out of game,
zero
it is it's essentially wild magic every time you cast a spell above 3rd level.
So something that won't affect us for now.
Unless you roll a 1 on the table. Yeah.
But you said above 3rd level.
3rd level or
That
higher.
affects some of us.
Okay. No, no, I mistook. 3rd level or
Not
above.
4th
not
or
just-
higher, 3rd or higher.
Gotcha.
I do look good in a fur.
Do you? Maybe we should go up north then.
Lucy just looks at her. I already have fur.
Bryn will kind of hide her face.
I do know how to take fur off an animal.
That won't be necessary. You'll agree with this. We'll equip you all with what's necessary.
Lucy
Why
turns
has
away
this-
as there's a slight blush on her face.
Bayal has this dumbfounded look on his face, like, what the heck are you all talking about?
Yeah, you have no idea cold weather exists. So, like, this could be a culture shock for Bael.
We'll go up north for you, but any assistance you could provide would be much appreciated.
Of course, we'll equip you with furs and cold weather travel here, obviously. Once you all get to Chill Shields, that is, you'll meet with our equipment specialists there.
And what's our mission?
You all need to make it to Kavarg alive, because I'm sure that the spies from Al Ghul will have information that I'm sending a party north. Once you get to Kavarg, it's just a brief ship ride across to the ruins of the first one, recently discovered within the frozen wastes. Al Ghulans are trying to make discoveries there. We want you to stop them and help us instead.
So glorified spies and killers.
But if the Algulans are trying to find something out at a ruin, that sounds like something we ought to stop anyway. Sounds like a win-win.
It is related to the first ones, the people from the Age of Heroes, as you probably have read in a book, maybe somewhere.
I think we know a little of the first ones, and
That might even help you with this Vecna problem at the end of the day. I mean, there's always pirates in the warm weather part of Alaris. Okay with either show of loyalty at the end of the day.
I don't think we have any friends with the pirates.
Fair.
If anything, as you saw, we might have an enemy.
Well, two.
And if you give me an hour, I can give you a lead on where you can start tracking down the Lich and his followers.
He reaches out to shake your hand. Do we have a deal?
Wait, what of our friend?
Which one?
How many of our friends do you need?
Oh, just the big one.
And does he get left alone?
As left alone as he can be.
I'll nod to Alvin.
So do we have a deal?
I look around to everyone else. I think we do. We'll go up north. And then once that's concluded, I'll unattune from the armor, reattune to the bloodstone, use it, and I'll try to find out where my sister is.
Hold up, I need to get fucking ruler.
Not just any ruler. It's gotta be a fucking ruler.
Fuck it.
Any ruler's a fucking ruler if you're brave enough.
Take a point. I walked into that one. Take a point.
I see what you
walked
did
into
there,
that
sir.
one.
I need an adult.
There's none of those here.
Alright, you can take the hour unattune and reattune. She is 645 miles away from you, in a northeastern direction.
Is that around where Aston is?
More north than east. It
Would
is
I be
like
able to
s-
point it out on a map?
No. Before you do that, I'm trying to figure out, do I get the sense that maybe I'm detecting my mother instead of my sister? If she's like nowhere around where we just saw her, but I'm picking up a signal from near where we last saw my mother.
Your mother is farther away currently at the moment.
So I know that. I know that I'm detecting my sister.
You have a pretty good idea that you're detecting your sister.
Okay.
Royce, I will give this for free. Royce, you probably know that you guys are about almost 850 miles away, roughly, from Aston at the moment. So 645 is way closer,
Then I will.
relatively speaking.
Then I will, with Royce's help, I'll relay to the Mage Emperor where my sister is, and I'll explain to him who my sister is.
All right. Royce, would you like to make an intelligence check and try and point it out on a map?
Guidance.
Damn. I was hitting A instead of Z.
A instead of Z.
No, this is America. It's Z.
$19.
Um, that seems to be on the border of the northern forest and the eastern mountains. So northeast of Alzi.
And I'll relay that information.
And I'll say, we don't know how long she'll be there, or why she's there, or where she's going next, but I have this stone that can tell me where she is right now.
He kind of whispers over to his people. All right, whenever you're ready to go to North Pass, I'll teleport you there myself to make sure it's done.
He said something about supplies.
Yes, once you reach Chill Shield, you'll meet with our official expedition supplier who will be notified of your arrival.
All right. I'm ready when you are.
All right. Everyone within 10 feet of me, please.
I'm going to gather around the others then.
Okay. And with the flash of blue lightning, you find yourself in an odd basement-like room with a teleportation circle out of chalk on the floor. A little bit chillier here than it was just moments ago in a little scene. The Emperor looks at you all and goes, I trust you to see this planned through accordingly. Wouldn't want to see anything happen to your friend now, would we? And with that, he teleports himself away.
It's a little nippy here.
The tit nippy?
I guess that is the origin of that expression.
Royce, do you know, like, can you tell where we are and like what time of day it is right now?
I would need the time of day from Rai above game, but I have no clue where we are because
you
I
have
haven't
about-
seen it on a map.
You have 6 hours until sundown. You guys stayed in the same time zone. However, you would also know that you're about 600 miles north of where you just were a minute ago.
All right. We're it's the same time as when we left, but we are way north.
Has anybody been here before?
Yeah, this is a constructed building. You have a city map in Discord.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was asking the party if
Oh.
anybody in our party has been here before.
Royce, you were told to never go this far north, but that's because
Yeah, I don't think I ever decided where Alvin has been and where he hasn't been.
I was told to never come here. Never come this far north.
I've never been anywhere except where we've been.
We all know I've never been here.
Above game, Rai, have I been here?
I had it. Sorry, and you can completely correct me if I'm wrong on this. In my head, I had it that Alvin kind of stayed in the coastal towns because he could blend in a little bit easier.
Yeah, definitely.
So he kind of stayed out in the plains by himself for a while before finally making his way to Gragos, and then kind of working his way up.
Making his way.
Thank you.
Okay, so
That was just in my head.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I never really thought out exactly what route he had taken.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, I'll just say that no, I've never been here either.
Well, we were promised good, so go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. So it seems we need to get to a place called Chill Shield.
TM, is that where we are now?
No, you were in North Pass.
So we're in North Pass. We need to get to Chill Shield because that's where we're gonna get supplies.
Correct.
And then from there, we need to go to I forget the name. Kavarg.
To get on a boat to get to the frozen wastes.
Right.
Do we know how far it is from North Pass to Chill Shield?
That's about a day and a half. By foot.
Do you have the ability to summon your steed?
I do.
I have
do that if we could like get ourselves a wagon or something here.
I have a surprise too if we can get a wagon.
At this point, the door opens to this room, and there is a human woman, dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, kind of standing before you in like a Secta Gus's kind of style colored robe. I'm sorry, I wasn't aware that we were having visitors today. Only mages of the High Order know this circle, so you must be somebody of importance.
The Mage Emperor sent us here himself.
Interesting.
We've got a job to do for him, and it seems that we need to get to Chill Shield as soon as possible. Is there anything you can do to help with that?
Well, we only have about... And she thinks for a second. Royce, clearly using keen mind. You recognize that look. Well, We have about 5.5 hours until sundown. So it would be, especially with the last hour there being through some of the start of the frozen north, it would be almost ill-advised in order to travel there.
You recommend we wait until morning?
I would. We can get you some, well, not heavy coats yet. You'll get those when you arrive in Chill Shield if you are from the Mage Emperor himself. They'll fit you up there nice. And, but yes, we can get you travel there with two of our big sturdy horses on a nice covered wagon.
That would be much appreciated.
Excellent.
Could you help us with accommodations for tonight then?
Yes, it's exactly what this building is for those on the expeditions going north.
Then lead the way.
You'll require dinner as well. We tend to eat kind of early here, so it's almost dinner time.
That would be lovely.
I mean, we can have real food.
Yes, our
No.
our breakfast was terrible.
I don't know. It was kind of very delicious.
You mean I don't have to make good berries for everyone today? Thank God.
Let's have a real meal for a change.
All right. So he leads you to this kind of dining hall, and there's the smell of like roasted meat and like veggies, like good food and ale for the first time in a while for you all. And you can sit down and enjoy an interesting meal.
What's interesting about it?
It's flavored interestingly. It's got the tinge of pine to kind of everything.
That's okay, because I can change that with prestidigitation.
Not something that you're used to. You imagine might be a flavoring up here because it seems to grow all year round.
Does it taste good?
It tastes interesting.
Well, it's not bad.
Do they have any syrup from pine sap?
They do, actually.
Do they have bananas?
No. It's true. No, they do not have bananas. Sorry, but...
I'll try some syrup.
Okay. It's super sweet.
And how's the ale?
The ale is very, very good. Again, got a little bit of a piney taste to it. They kind of really like that stuff here. They kind of put that juniper, like, fresh pine bud kind of stuff in everything. Because it's what they have fresh all year round.
I guess they really pine over this stuff, huh?
It's it's good.
When we finish eating, what is it still light outside, or has
Yeah.
it gotten dark?
You guys have probably like 2 hours of light.
I'd like to go just explore the surrounding area,
Okay.
if I could, just see what's around. Any interesting shops or people?
This seems to mostly be a working city in the idea that everything has its purpose in place to keep like the expeditions kind of moving north. For the most part, but it also reminds you a lot of your hometown and where you guys just were. For all of you, if you go exploring with Alvin, is that it is a very small, like 2-horse town.
But they're giving us their 2 horses in the morning.
Yeah, they have more than 2 horses, but it is a very small town. But it seems more like a well lubricated machine versus a small alcove of just people kind of living together.
It reminds me of playing the Yukon Trail on the Apple Macintosh in elementary school.
Yes.
But she died of dysentery.
No, that's Oregon. Yukon Trail was like you got too greedy and tried panning for gold and
Bear attack.
yeah, just got murdered.
Yeah.
So any shops around, anything to explore, or just everybody's just kind of going about their business?
Everybody's kind of going about their business. There seems to be like store fronts, but it seems to be to give out supplies and things to official Valerian Empire business. Like it's more like distribution places rather than actual stores.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very interesting experience. For you at least, because it feels like home, but then it also is like the opposite of your home too.
Oh no, it's just interesting for me because I feel like we just went from Lord of the Rings to the Golden Compass in like 5 minutes, and I'm
Yeah.
into it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Would I have read anything about this area in my studies?
Make a history check for me.
22.
You would remember reading about North Pass and Chill Shield and Kavarg were originally built by the city-state of Iseton prior to the founding of the two empires, and that they had made some small expeditions into the Frozen Waste, but made no major archaeological discoveries. It was only after the rise of the two empires were any ruins of the Age of Heroes found in the Frozen Wastes.
Information to the party.
Okie dokie.
So back to the inn.
Yes.
Are there other patrons in the inn, and most of them are going on other expeditions, or are we the only ones right now?
Right now, it seems like you guys are the only ones in there right now.
Just to be cautious. See if I have it studied. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Magical things all around you on the various and random employees and things here. And obviously, all of your party mates light up like freaking Christmas trees.
I was doing to see if anybody was like invisible or scrying or such.
No scrying orb.
And I'll piggybacking off that, I'll just in some kind of central part of town, I'll just throw up a divine sense. Celestial fiend undead.
Nope.
Good to know.
Yeah. All right.
And then I'll head back into the inn and
Excellent.
reconvene with everyone else.
Was there anything anybody would like to do before you'll take your long rest?
I'll use the alchemy jug to make 2 flasks of oil,
Okay.
just in case we need to set something on fire.
Probably not a bad idea going into Frozen Wasteland.
Yeah,
have a
that was my
permanent
thought.
fire drake now, though, too.
Sure, but if we pour oil on something and then the Drake lights it on fire, we have a bigger fire.
Okay. Any prayers to God or anything before bed? I know Bael is going to do his nightly ritual to Io.
And I sent it to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say a prayer to Erithus this evening.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll say a prayer to Avandra.
Should we check in with Simon?
I don't think there's any reason to do that until we're ready to hold up our end of our deal with him.
I remember the Mage Emperor saying something about the Algolian Empire knowing that he'll send out a party. I just wanted to make sure he didn't know it was us.
Yeah, but if we alert Simon that it is us, I don't know. Like, he's not necessarily an ally. He's just someone we cut a deal with.
I'm still in my seat.
Oh no! Did the cat take the seat?
He did.
Oh. Aw, but oh. So, Alvin, Bael, Lucy. Okay. We actually roll now. Alvin and Royce. Who would like to go first?
Go ahead.
Guess I will.
Okay. You all fall asleep in these, I will say, nice, comfy beds that they have provided for you all here. Lovely goose down. You float like a feather. I swear to God, if anybody starts quoting song lyrics at me. So that was an accident. Into this bed and fall asleep into a nice, comfy sleep, Royce. And are suddenly aware of your body and the fact that you have control over it in your dream, which is extremely odd. There's this kind of dark black swirl, purple floating out beyond you. And you step on this rock on the ground. Finally, it's the first thing that makes noise in this dream. And it lights up in a same type of signet below your feet that's on your ring. There's a blue circle with a blue eye with a green iris in the middle of it. And then you see another blue light rise about 20 feet in front of you. Okay, everybody gets a D4 inspiration on their next roll except for Meg's because she posted Christmas.
I was responding to AJ.
And there is this older woman with this olive skin and long silver hair standing in front of you. She's about twice your size, maybe almost 3 times Royce, kind of looking down on you. Hello there.
The angel from my nightmare.
Take a point.
And who are you?
The person who put that ring into your path, young one.
Is it really you, though? My friends have had some weird dreams, so I don't know if I can trust this.
Megs gets a 6, apparently. Yes, it's me. And your ring lights up with the symbol of Ayun on it. Kind of look at it like...
That's interesting. And why are you here? I don't pray to any gods. I know you gave me this ring, but what do you want from me? Why visit me?
Because the truth will come out sooner or later. You and your friends at the forefront.
What truth?
I cannot say. Literally not allowed to say.
What do you want then? If the truth is coming out and we're at the forefront of it, do you offer us help? More than you already have?
I will help you when the time comes. You just have to be ready to put one foot in front of the other.
I've never been afraid to put one foot in front of the other.
Excellent.
Are we on the right path at least?
Fate and destiny are not a linear path. There's many curves and detours in the road. This is but one potential path that others with gift of foresight, not knowledge, might have defined for you.
I appreciate the gift. It's helped.
It will be needed along the way, much more. I'm sure we'll be talking again soon.
As long as it's the real you, I'll talk.
Excellent. You feel your consciousness float out of whatever you were in, and you kind of like wake up. It's still kind of dark outside, so you kind of like roll back over into the nice comfy goose down bed and try and get a little bit more sleep. Alvin,
Yeah.
you've been here before. You've talked to Erithus before. You understand how they operate. Really. You're standing in this field of dirt. Field like you have been previously before. This time, this temple you've never seen before. Grand design. Hyper detailed. Probably crafted by gods themselves, potentially, based off the level of craftsmanship in this building. And you see the top half of it kind of slide off, and the building kind of shatter down before this wave of dirt comes and completely covers it. As it does, you feel this cold breeze on you.
Can I tell what god or gods this was a temple to, or is it nondescript?
It is nondescript.
If I start digging through the wreckage, do I find anything?
Your hands get cold trying to dig through the dirt to get to the erected temple that you saw before you, and you kind of wake up at that point.
What time is it when I wake up?
Sun's starting to peek through the windows here.
Right, then I'll just get up and start getting ready.
Okay. The rest of you going to get up at this time, roughly?
I would get up before dawn again and exercise.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna prepare fine steed today because I know we have horses coming.
Okay.
I want to already be awake and downstairs in the common area, I guess they'd say.
Yeah.
Food served. Looking at my ring.
I'll throw a wrench in that plan real quick. As you all are getting ready, and some of you are waking up. Bael, of course, gone early. He wakes up before the sun rises. There's a weird flash of light in your room. And there is like a... Make sure I get this right. Like 7-foot tall wooden crate suddenly in the middle of your room.
Was someone expecting a package?
It must be DiGiorno.
Take a point, sir. There is a folded piece of white paper nailed to the front of this crate.
Grab the piece of paper.
Would you like to read it out loud?
Sure.
It reads, sorry I can't be of more help going forward given the circumstances of yesterday. This arrived by mistake, and is not what I ordered from some of my relic hunter friends, and I think it'd be more well served in the hands of individuals such as yourselves. Just don't try to overload it with too much information at once. I think it's still a little bit on the fritz.
I wonder what it could be.
Well, Willem sent us a toy. We should probably open the box.
Are you sure it's Willem?
Who else? That's what the paper says.
It's signed Willem.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that part.
No, I didn't say that. I was just about to finish reading, and people
I don't know.
signed
if
your
we
good
should-
friend Willem.
I'm not gonna be the one to open the box. I know the last toys he gave us hurt some people, so it's not.
Some toys hurt sometimes.
Sometimes that's the best.
Yeah. You got to do it, Rai.
I threw you
Listen,
that pitch nice and easy
it's
so
a
that you
good
could hit
joke.
that home
A
run.
great joke,
It's a
even.
great joke, even, but I'ma need you to stop.
Oh,
And
that
take
was
your-
just
and take your points.
That was just a hanging curve over the plate, and you tapped.
It was
booed
the
it.
perfect pitch set up for him.
Straight down
Some
the
toys are
pitch.
curved.
Okay. Is somebody going to open the box?
Yeah, I'll open the box.
Okay.
What's in the box? Pain.
It's a dick in the box.
No. There's about a 6.5-foot tall automaton inside the box. Exo, if you would like to describe your character, please.
Willem sent us a robot.
So I'm like 6'6" tall machine, covered head to toe in just a copper coating, giving me a nice brown
You're
shine.
muted.
Mm-mm.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Nope.
He's fine.
Nope.
So nice brown shine. He's got. Well, are his eyes active right now?
No, they're currently shut off.
So he's tall. He has no hair or any hair replacement of any kind. He's just full metal. He has like a chest plate kind of modeled after like gladiatorial armor in a way. And his parts seem to look like they're squished together in ways they're not supposed to. Like certain gears are sticking out in ways they're not supposed to. Especially around his arms.
It's at this point, head kind of comes up a little bit, and two glowing red eyes appear as you step out of the box. And are active for the first time in about, well, like a day, but before that it was like 3,800 years.
I do not recall falling asleep here.
Can we trust this machine? I didn't trust the last one we saw.
Is this a 00 unit?
This is a completely different design. It looks... Rainin 00 series, the one that you met, tried to look as elf-like as possible, even going as far as painting the metal skin. This one is clearly a robot and not trying to disguise itself to be anything else.
I mean, if Willem sent him to us, I would suppose we would trust it, yeah?
Can you understand me?
Yes, I am Defender Unit 413.
The defender unit?
What sorts of defense capabilities do you have?
These.
What am I looking at now?
What are you looking at? What is he looking at now? Oh. Now you're muted.
Oh, I pulled out my shield. I'm assuming it has like moss on it at the point still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
It's just this.
moss and slightly greened copper magical looking shield and kind of like a matching axe.
It looks like you haven't been operating in quite some time.
Hey, Rai,
Yes.
am I like aware of my current damages, or am I just oblivious to that?
You understand that you have some circuits fried. You're not fully aware.
That's really an evergreen question that any of us could ask.
Yeah.
Are we aware of our damage?
Um
Or are we just damaged?
the physical damage you sustained, a little bit of it, all those centuries ago. Yeah, you're a little aware. You're kind of not aware that you're not all there.
It would appear I have sustained large damages from my last fight. I am curious what had presented such a need of deactivation, though.
Do you recall the date of your last fight?
Do I?
Make an intelligence check. You're the one with the frayed wires.
I got a nat 20 for a total of 19.
I fucking love barbarians.
You are processing. So how you process date is like how long it's been since you've last woken up. So you are aware that 3,812 solar cycles have gone by processing the solar data from you waking up yesterday.
And I would imagine as I'm doing it, there's like sparks coming out of my neck.
A few. You guys kind of want to stand back a little bit, but
He comes with a show.
Are you sure we can trust Willem? It looks like he's gonna explode. Did he send us a bomb?
A battle bomb?
I was indeed originally designed for gladiatorial combat. This new model is recent.
They didn't do a good job putting you together, did they?
Or they did, and something broke it apart.
you hear Willem message you, Royce, in the back of your head, like ascending. Look, I put him back together the best I could. It's not like he came with an instruction manual. Like, cut me some slack here.
Never mind. It was Wilhelm. It was Wilhelm who put him together. He did what he could. I'm sorry, my friend.
So you're 3,800 years old?
I believe that is the correct assessment.
DM, do I have any general knowledge of what was happening 3,800 years ago? Like, does he like he? I imagine predates quite a bit.
Yeah, you can make a general. You can make a history check. You guys have
I'm
talked to
not
Willem.
there. I would.
You guys have talked to Willem about this and gotten a little bit from the books you found
All right.
of his.
So I get a D4 on this because of
Yes.
that is a natural 1 plus 3 from the D4 plus 1 is 5 total.
That predates the elvish creation myth in terms of how old the world is. That's all you can remember.
I have no idea what was even going on 3,800 years ago. That predates everything.
Do you remember what was happening when you were shut down?
Can I roll to see if I remember my last
Yeah,
known activity?
Yeah, you can make a history check.
Two.
No. Nothing.
It
You
would
were
appear
fighting
there.
something.
It would appear that my memory banks have been corrupted heavily. I do not recall anything from my last known instruction.
God damn, is this going to be like an HK-47 long-term side quest where we have to just repair him once a week?
TM, what is he made of again?
It looks to be copper.
Alvin, could you take a look at him?
Yeah, he's covered in like moss and rust. I'm honestly impressed that he's in as good a shape as he is. If it's been 3,800 years.
Lucy goes and grabs some of the moss and tastes it.
A little bit yucky.
Did you really just taste our new friend? You need to ask first.
I didn't taste him specifically. It was on top of him. There's a difference.
Still
I do
feels like something
request.
you should get consent for.
I asked for the Mighty Nine and I got fucking Vox Machina instead. That's all I'm gonna say.
You got a little of both.
Yeah, fair. Fair. Domash, any thoughts?
I got nothing.
You all
So
definitely
Willem-
smell breakfast cooking at this point, by the way.
So Willem sent us an ancient prehistoric battle bot?
Pretty much.
My designation is to serve.
In combat.
Might as well use him to kill things then.
I'm glad you added the in combat.
Yeah, serving out of combat would get a little problematic in this group.
It requires a contract and a collar.
Take a point.
And a different kind of dungeon master.
Oh, God.
I will be the
Wow, and all of a
doorman
sudden
outside.
things come full circle from this morning on Discord.
Yep.
100% full circle.
I will be the doorman.
AJ, you missed a lot, man.
Well, Defender Unit 413, welcome to Sawyer 7.
Thank you. I hope to serve and slaughter all your enemies.
We're gonna get along great. Do you have a different name you'd like to be called? Defender Unit 413 is a little bit of a mouthful.
If you wish to give me a new name, that is very much appreciated.
I mean, D unit is an option.
Why should we call him D Unit? Is that something you need?
I'm sorry.
The D unit.
That was better than the first joke I was going to say.
Sorry.
Which is, I don't think contract in a collar is shorter than Defender Unit 413.
Well, my enemies like to call me Die. Or at least that's what they shout.
That might get a little confusing if we're just yelling die in the middle of combat, though.
My vote's for D Unit.
D unit is outstanding.
I think D Unit is now his name.
Okay.
That was the most reluctant okay
You know
I've ever heard.
You know what? It's
I
better than
think
some
we
of the things that
broke
Fred
Rai,
Crush
guys.
Grass's creator called her robot, so I'm gonna allow it.
I think we broke Rai, guys.
When did you guys not?
Again.
You don't like oatmeal and apple pie, Rai?
You know full well which one I'm talking about.
Of course I do.
Good. D unit could also be done it.
Nope.
You don't have to dash in it.
Unit D.
So
Unit D's nuts.
So D
unit done with your shit.
So D unit, do you like eat, drink, sleep, breathe? Is there anything we can do to help repair you?
I just pull out a caltrop from my pouch and start munching on it.
I guess that answers that question.
So we need a steady supply of metal on our hands then.
Shouldn't be
That
too
might
hard.
be a problem. Hey, Brayden, do you have any of those daggers? Because I think our friend might need those soon.
We're not giving him flame tongue daggers to eat. Sorry, me and
Yeah,
Lucy are
no.
hoarding them.
That's a no.
Maybe he can breathe fire after eating one.
Don't you have any like electrum on you or anything like that you could feed him?
We shouldn't have much of a problem finding scrap metal. Anywhere there's a forge, there's scrap metal.
And you can use a forge.
Yeah.
I usually just eat the armor off my enemies.
That also works.
Works for me, D
We
unit.
might need to keep some of that, so ask first, please, D unit.
Nah, our plate wearers are pretty well equipped.
Yeah, I have an extra set of
Wilhelm
plate
might.
armor with me right now. That'll keep him going for a while, I think.
If we find something interesting, we might want to get it to Wilhelm now for sending us the unit.
Well, D unit, today we're traveling away from here a little ways. Do you want to come with us?
If that is what is required.
I'll send Willem a message and thank him for the D.
Jesus Christ. Alright, what is the message gonna say?
That's what I was gonna say. Thanks for the D.
Oh yeah, you see a gigantic crate and a metal man standing in your room when you walk back into it, Bael. You're very confused. You see in your book a message from Willem about like a minute and a half later. I hope you mean the Defender unit and I didn't send you all the wrong box.
Send that one next, is my reply.
You walked into that one.
I
You
did.
sure did.
Oh, I easily walked into that one.
Bryn just wants all the toys to play with.
Yeah. Also, take a point of inspiration, Damash. Jesus.
It's turning into a very interesting night.
Oh, yeah, it is.
This is morning.
Yeah, this is morning. You get a response back from Willem. Oh, good. The automaton arrived. No, someone already bought it.
You know I have to write back who.
You get a message in your head from Willem because he's tired of talking through the Book of Secrets. I keep my customers' identities at the tip-top secret level. Seeing, as what happened yesterday, we should probably stop sending messages to each other with this amount of frequency. Hope you all have fun.
Hey, Bryn, the next time Willem talks to you, can you ask him where my frickin' quiver is already?
I think he's just completely ghosting you about the quiver. You're never getting that quiver.
I know.
Never
maybe I
gonna
should
get it,
go
never gonna get
stop
it.
selling stuff to him.
Or maybe check your crate. Maybe check the crate the automaton came in. Maybe it's in the back.
So, what's one of these kind doing here again?
Oh, it's a gift from Willem.
Apparently, it's 3,800 years old.
It's already spoke more than me the whole time you've known me.
He's not wrong.
Take another point of inspiration. Oh no, he totally has the quiver. He just knows that Royce just can't attune to it right now.
Well, shall we go get some breakfast?
I think it's time to eat.
Yes, I am. Apparently,
Am I able to heal a robot?
No.
Bryn, if you
A
need some time
Warforged-
alone,
a
we can all
Warforged you
get some
can.
breakfast.
Don't they?
I don't need to be alone.
Doesn't the Warforged race say like you can benefit from healing magic, including cure wounds and stuff? Like it's not a construct; it's still a humanoid.
Oh yeah, you can.
It's just a
Warforged
very
can be healed using healing spells such as Cure a Wound according to the designer's intent.
Yep.
Does he look like he's pretty well banged up?
No, it looks like he's at full health. It just looks like this is the wear and tear of being someplace shut down for 3,800 years.
Will mending work?
To close off some things, yes. Not to actually fix anything with like perfection back into place.
All right, I'll look him over and see what needs closed off.
You can put some covers back over some gears and stuff that were exposed on his shoulders and a couple places in his neck.
So does that require a higher level mending, or?
Mending's a cantrip.
Oh, okay,
Jinx.
so I will cast mending until he's mended.
Yeah. We're able to re-get most of the gears and some wires inside of him. He seems to be a little bit not as like right now. So.
How'd that go again?
Thank you for the murder mending.
You are welcome.
all right.
For those of you down at breakfast, There is roast sausage and oatmeal.
Is there apple pie?
No,
Just oatmeal.
just oatmeal.
I love you.
Thank you.
There is some fresh cut grass though, which is very, very weird.
Huh. I wonder if there's anything else other than those things.
You know, I don't really think I want oatmeal, and I'll summon some good berries and eat one.
Okay.
I'm just going in on the sausage.
Yeah,
Oh, are you now?
Hell yeah, I am.
Alvin's all
That
about
was
that sausage.
that one was free.
You're double fisting it?
No, that was his glasses of wine the other night on
Yeah,
the
no,
one
that
shot.
was Oops All Bards.
All right, but you all eat breakfast. The same mage who helped you all yesterday comes after. Seems like most of you have finished eating. Are you all ready to depart this morning?
I think so. And we have one more.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Your covered wagon with the horses is outside whenever you are ready to leave.
About how long is the journey from here to Chill Shield in the wagon?
It'll be a full 10-hour travel day.
I'm ready when you all are.
Let's head out then.
May I inquire the location we are going?
A place called Chill Shield. We've never been there.
Sounds chilly.
Indeed. We should get there by the end of the day.
I am not certain if my hole is designed for cold weather.
Wait, did he say hole?
Different one. Hall.
Oh. You, You're not sure if you feel cold or heat. You don't remember.
I'm sure multiple people will help warm you up.
My only memory is the blood of my enemies.
Well, hopefully we'll be able to give you some new memories soon.
Maybe along this trip we'll be able to find someone who can repair his memories.
Yes.
And if we added more horses, we wouldn't get there faster, right?
Correct. She'll lead you outside to the wagons. They are trained to know the way to Chill Shield. You can all stay inside the wagon, or you can have somebody at the reins if you so wish.
I'll take the reins. Not to steer the horses as much as just to be able to keep an eye on the path and see if I can see any animal tracks and just kind of stay abreast of if there's anything in the area.
Breast.
Yep.
Sorry.
Do I even fit in this thing?
Yeah. You kind of like sink it a little bit when you get in, but it's able to carry everybody.
With my fat ass, too.
Yeah. All right. With that, you are off for the day. You guys have several hours of downtime in the wagon if there's anything you all would like to do that is light activity.
Can I just chew on a crossbow bolt while we're going down?
Absolutely. You just see him pull out like a crossbow bolt and start gnawing on it like a licorice, like a piece of licorice, like for those of you in the cart. It's a lovely northern forest. You only grew up like 130 some odd miles from here, Royce, but it's almost a completely different forest in terms of like the tree makeup and everything. There's way more pines and junipers and things like that here.
I'm going to keep my eyes peeled out the window, kind of looking at everything, taking in so that I know where we're at and anything that might be of interest later around us.
Is there anything anybody would like to do while you're on this cart ride?
We've passed 2 long rests, so that would be 16 hours I could have studied the guns if I haven't got this already. And then
Right.
on the cart, I can study them as well, right?
Yeah, you'll get another 8 hours.
So I'm at 30 now.
And I think you'll be 2 hours shy. I think you'll get them tomorrow.
Okay.
I will read the
Because
book.
I think you only had 4 hours before.
Regardless, it's my fault it's not in my notes. So
Yeah. Fair. Which book?
The one that he found in the burning temple. Yes.
Fucking which one was that again? Please remind me.
I think it was the one on Vecna.
Make an intelligence check, please.
It rolled right under my computer.
Rip.
My intelligence is +2, 19.
Looking for anything specific?
Well, since the pages are missing about his earlier life, what about right before he became a necromancer or a lich?
That is what's cut out.
Okay.
It starts at his first attempt to ascendancy.
All right, then right, like a year or two after his lichness.
So after he became a lich. So there's some missing pages. So you want to just like start at the start of the pages you have.
Yeah.
Okay. It is talking about how after centuries of lichdom, the idea of just being a lich within a material plane was no longer appealing to him. And so he started researching and discovering the foundations of the ritual of ascension to become an actual god. And it is an extremely lengthy and expensive process that one cannot attempt all the time. and as it actually makes reference that only one other mortal has even partially succeeded, that person now being known as the Raven Queen. And that Vecna has attempted it several times, getting close, which has given him incredible power over that of a normal lich, but is now still stronger than like a normal lich by a mile, but still not a god.
And make sure there's no like overwritten, like I mentioned before.
Yeah. Correct.
Bael, do you mind if I see that for a second?
He closes it and hands it to him.
I open the book and I'm looking for any page that has the word Vecna on it. And then I show it to D Unit and say, D Unit, do you recognize this name?
Do I got to roll for that?
Yes, you do.
Same roll as last time?
History.
Another nat 20.
For a 19?
Yes.
You do recognize the name. He was a lich. This is a regular lich the last time you recall. And kind of... You recall something vaguely about there being a battle between him and some of the gods? Maybe right around the time that you were deactivated?
Vecna. Classification. Lich. Last known location. Unrecognizable. Target. Enemy of Tempest.
Tempest.
My bad.
Tempus.
Do I know who Tempest is?
Make a religion check.
15.
A minor god of war.
Is that who you served before? Tempest?
That is correct.
Well, for one thing, and I'll point to the name Vecna in the book again, we don't like to say this name because he has ways of spying on us. And second, he's our enemy too. He's still around and he's trying to become a god. And if that happens, it could be the end of civilization as we know it.
Also, just to confirm, yes, that is the same Tempest that touched your scale mail, Tomash.
Okay.
Cool.
Is there any updates that I must make to the designation?
Designate him as an enemy of Sawyer 7.
Designate threat level imminent.
And designate him as an enemy of Erithus, Io, the Raven Queen, Avandra, Ioun, and every other god worth writing home about.
Soon, new designation will be dead.
From your lips to all of our gods' ears.
What was that, Royce?
Ioun thinks we're on the right path. Or one of the paths.
That's good to hear. The message I got from Erithus was much more cryptic.
You speak with Iuno.
I did. Did I expect it? No, but I did.
What was that like?
Cryptic. She didn't say much other than we'll speak again soon, and that to take one step and then the next, basically.
You saw her.
In a dream. And it wasn't the one we don't speak about. It wasn't he who must not be named.
I never see Erithus in my dreams. Not the real one, at least.
Really? Because I see Avandra.
Erithus sends me, like, visions and symbols, and, like, in my dream last night, she showed me a temple, and then it got swept away under a tidal wave of dirt. And then I woke up. I have no idea what that's supposed to mean, but every time Erithus comes to me, it's a vision like that. It's a more of a premonition, a warning, maybe.
Could it be with
But
the
only time
phylactery
I've ever seen her face and had a conversation with her, it turned out to really be him in disguise.
Sorry, Alvin. Could that be where the phylactery is? The one last piece he needs?
It's possible. I didn't get a good look at the temple. It didn't look like it was dedicated to any particular god. It just looked like a very well-made temple. And then it was gone.
If he describes the temple out loud to all of us, is it something that D Unit could have seen
Potentially.
or know what it was?
Potentially, if you can describe it in enough detail.
Is there a roll I can make to see how much detail I can describe?
Yeah, it would be an intelligence check.
Guidance.
Damn.
15 total. Just straight intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
Okay. Can you describe some of the features of it in different levels of detail in terms of columns and designs and colors and kind of things that came out through it? And, make a history check.
Man, we get a barbarian in the party, and his first, 4 or 5 rolls are all intelligence rolls.
And guess what the number is?
That's another 19.
Yes.
Oh, actually, hold up.
Wait a minute, put a little
I should be
B in it.
really- Actually, it should be a disadvantage. Because you would have only heard of this place.
That was good, Megs. That was good. I
Thanks.
appreciate it.
16 then on
Wow.
disadvantage.
See if he beats a DC. Yeah. You kind of see his brain start to fry, sparks come out again, and you're just like, zzz. You eventually put it together that this was some type of temple, like the gods' champions. It's kind of like the only thing ringing in your mind. You, of course, never got to go there.
It was a temple of the champions. I have never been there personally, but it was a monument of great success.
Do I know who the gods' champions are?
It's not in that book that we found on the Age of Heroes.
Like that's
But
not
I
like
know.
we've ever heard.
Nope, it would not be.
Same with me.
Yeah. Not a lot has survived the Age of Heroes. Secondarily, the elves from Auroras did also destroy a lot of stuff because it went against their creation myth.
Well, I'm not sure who the gods' champions are, but I think whatever it is, it's very ancient.
Do I recognize the term Age of Heroes?
No.
Kind of like how somebody from World War One wouldn't recognize the term World War One
Yeah.
because they didn't know there was going to be another one.
Correct. Speaking of, you're still in the front of the cart, right? You're talking through the little hatch area, Alvin?
I think when we start talking about dreams, I'll come back inside because that just seems awkward to shout through the.
Is anybody still making a perception check to check the path?
Oh, well.
And Diablo will be flying above us.
Okay. Have Diablo make a perception check then.
17.
Not 20.
About couple hundred yards in front of y'all, as the forest is starting to thin out a little bit, there seems to be a tree in the middle of the road.
I pointed out to people.
You said 100 yards?
Couple hundred. You guys have enough time to react to do.
Would you like me to chop it down?
I would fear an ambush.
Yeah, let's see what it is first.
Does it look? How does this tree look like it's placed, like it fell naturally, or it looks like someone chopped it down and
It
blocked the
is
road?
just straight across the road.
Does it look recent?
Yes.
I
From
can
how far away you guys are, it looks fairly recent.
I can use my cloak and go invisible and see. And then I can send a message if something's amiss.
Yeah, I'm just worried about stopping if it is an ambush. That would be exactly what they'd want us to do.
What we could do is 2 go left, 2 go right, and circle around and see who's there.
Can we blast our way through the tree?
You can try whatever you all want to do.
Well, if we're gonna blast our way through, that seems like your department, Lucy, not mine.
And I started blasting.
You guys send some firebolts at it.
I started
I
blasting.
don't have
Sherry.
firebolt, baby. I go big or go home.
Oh, you're gonna fireball it?
I don't have firebolt, so yeah.
Okay.
I have firebolt.
Whatever you guys want to try.
Go for it.
Well, do you want to bolt it, or you just want me to put the whole fucking thing on fire?
I mean, the whole thing on fire might look really, really pretty. They're pine trees, so it's like burning Christmas.
Can we not light them on fire? Pines burn for a long time.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just
I'm
the
worried
one
about-
that's already cut. I'm not.
Right, but I'm worried about starting a forest fire,
How about we just have my Drake move it?
or we can Eldritch Blast it. Like Eldritch Blast won't start a forest fire.
Or I could pick it up and throw it.
I like that idea.
I actually want to see that. Can you please do that?
I step out of the cart and walk
Oh,
towards
are
the
you
tree.
guys gonna stop the cart?
Yeah, like stopping the
we-
cart, I think is a bad idea.
Can we gamble on how far he's gonna throw it?
I was going to guided bolt it.
I think stopping the cart is a bad idea.
I get out of the cart before they even have time to stop it and just go to the tree.
You cannot move faster than the cart. I will tell you that much. You will fall behind if you do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody gonna make an attack roll on the tree with something? Guy's got about 100 yards to go now.
I'll magic missile it.
Okay.
At 2nd level.
All right.
Can I Eldritch Blast as well with her
Yes.
missile?
Yeah. And by all going and guiding bolt as
16.
well. 16 points of damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I rolled 2 8s, so they're both dirty 20s.
Yeah, those will both hit a freaking tree at this distance.
Natural 19 plus 11 for 30.
Okay.
28 points of damage.
Woohoo, 7.
Um,
That was a shitty ass roll.
You, well, magic missiles hit the tree. Guiding bolt hits the tree. Eldritch blast. Second one hits. Kind of shatters enough that you think the horses are going to be able to get through. And one of them kind of jumps a little bit, and the cart kind of goes like, boom, but you guys make it through as you hear boom, 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 like 4 crossbow bolts go into the side of the carriage.
Is D unit safe?
Yeah, he never jumped out.
And are the rest of us safe from the crossbow bolts?
You feel
They
like
didn't
you
like-
are now that you're heading towards the town, away from where they were fired at you from.
Oh no, I just mean, did any of them hit us?
No, they hit the side of the cart. They
Oh,
didn't-
gotcha.
They didn't go through the windows.
0 penetration, baby.
That's sad.
Take a point out. Nick.
Are we not going to deal with the enemy?
Look out the window and like, do I see people holding crossbows or
You
anything?
have no idea where the hell those bolts came from.
Nope.
Can I reach out and grab one of the bolts and do an investigation to see if I can where they came from?
Yeah.
Guidance.
Damn.
Got to be quicker on the draw.
I was yawning.
23.
They seem to be a standard make crossbow bolt. You have a little bit more experience, like in the Algulan Empire. You would think this would probably have emanated from there.
I'll relay that to the group.
Well, if it's Algulan,
Maybe Royce can know.
I was just gonna say, if it's Algulan, that probably means we're on the right track.
My thoughts exactly.
We were sent here to kill some Algulans, so clearly this is where we need to be.
Do we get out of the cart and hunt them down then, or just keep going till we get to our next destination?
Why don't we send Diablo? And if they're close, we can just go kill them. I don't want to just go chasing through the forest that none of us know, though. That just leads to us falling into a trap, maybe.
Well, do we keep moving down the road as we send Diablo back?
Yeah.
I agree with Royce.
So are we stopping the cart, or do I just send him back as we keep moving?
I think just send him back as we keep moving.
I'm gonna go through his eyes myself.
That only works for the first 100 feet. You guys are way past that point by now.
Okay.
So have him make a perception check for me.
Nat 20 plus 3.
He sees one person in like this studded leather armor up in one of the trees with the crossbow. But you guys got hit by 4 bolts, and by the time he gets back to you and you're able to relay this information to everybody, you guys got hit by 4 bolts. He only saw one of them. They're probably pretty well hidden. This is a general idea you get from the information he gives you.
And how far away is he? How far away is the guy with the crossbow by the time Diablo gets back?
Probably like almost 1,000 yards or 500 yards. Like you'd have to double back pretty hard at this point.
I think I vote we just keep going then.
Clearly, it is a trap.
Robble, 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 robble.
What is an empire?
Well, it's a whole bunch of people across a large area, all governed by one man. And it's always a man.
Are we supposed to stop empire?
Well, right now we're working for one of them, and we're working against another one of them.
I mean, technically, we're working for both.
Are we really working for either of them or just using them for our own self-interest at this point?
We work with them when it's convenient for us and when it lines up with our goals.
Shall we kill Empire Man then?
At this point, we'd have to turn the wagon around and go back. I think it's better to just keep moving.
There's a different Empire Man that we want to kill if we want this to stop.
Just let me know when you need slaughter.
Soon, my copper-made friend.
I'm not gonna lie, I heard Estee Slaughter.
So good.
That was good. That was good, Lucy.
If only the DM was here to give a point.
It's not like I need them, man.
Yeah, same here.
Her bank is overflowing with points. She's giving them away freely almost.
I am at a 2-for-1 conversion rate, apparently.
Estee Slaughter over there. That's
the price of success.
Alright, I guess we just keep moving then. If we're too far beyond them to take them out now. We'll just take them out if they follow us.
If they did this, there might be more up ahead.
No, it takes about another hour and a half, but you all pull into the small town of Chillshield without any problem, actually.
How cold is the weather?
It's starting to get pretty cold here. It's oh man. Probably the sun's starting to set, so it's probably not as warm as it was in midday, but it's probably about like 40, 44, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Is it cold enough that my joints are starting to lock up?
No, doesn't seem to be a problem for you.
Is there anyone in Chill Shield to meet us when we arrive?
There seems to be the horses seem to know the way to this kind of like stable place. There's a couple dwarven people in like Valerid Empire leathered armors there to kind of stop the horses and kind of pull them into the barn.
How much of the town do we see on the way in? What's it look like?
One I posted a map. You guys get to that big triangle building near the one. That's where you stop, essentially. So you see about 3/4 of the town. You can see the entire town, basically, by the time you get in there.
Anything interesting that we can spot on the way in?
There's like frost on everything.
Okay.
There is like no trees anymore. That's like the first thing you all notice. There's like lower level like shrubbery kind of things, like frozen juniper bushes and things, and frosted dead stuff. Some stuff might have grown here at one point. And the other thing is like this ever-present, just like slightly colder wind cutting through all of you now.
Are there icicles on like the rooftops or stuff like that?
No, but there's like frost on the windows and things. It's not cold enough all year round in Chill Shield for icicles. Farther north, that's possible. And it's from Chill Shield. We'll see all these guys next week as they continue the path north. Give me 1 second. We'll see everybody next week.
Bye.
Boy, thanks for EXO for joining us, and welcome to the campaign, sir.
Thank you for letting me be here.
Yeah, it should be a blast, guys. Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Vita Cronies is officially coming back this Friday, so we'll see everybody there for that, and peace out.